Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of our Vancouver Canucks franchise mode. So I figured rather than just start off exactly where we left off, I figured I'd just do a little bit of simulate the playoffs and things like that, so we could just kind of get right into this. But first, the date is June 2nd, 2018. The Stanley Cup and Calder Cup have both been awarded, so I figured we'd just kind of go through and look to see, if any of our players won awards or whatever. All right, so first we're going to look at the playoff tree. We'll just kind of keep an eye on the NHL, things like that. So in the first round, all the matchups were Dallas and Nashville, Edmonton, Chicago, and then LA, San Jose, and then Arizona and Anaheim. So as you can see, Edmonton beat Chicago 4-2. Nashville beat Dallas 4-1. San Jose beat LA 4-1, and the Arizona Coyotes beat the Anaheim Ducks 4-1. And then the Oilers beat Nashville 4-3, so they made it to 7 games, the first 7-game series in the West, and San Jose beat Arizona 4-2. Then in the Western Conference Finals, San Jose beat Edmonton for 4-2, and they eventually went on to win the Cup. And from the East, as you can see, Columbus and Pittsburgh. Columbus beat Pittsburgh 4-2, and then Tampa Bay and New York. Tampa Bay beat New York 4-3, and then Boston and Montreal, which Boston won 4-0 sweep. And then Ottawa versus Philly. Ottawa beat Philly 4-2, and then Ottawa advanced and they beat Boston 4-3. And then the Eastern Conference Finals was Tampa Bay and Ottawa, and Tampa beat Ottawa 4-3, and then they went on to lose, only winning 1 game in the Stanley Cup Finals. Now we'll look at the AHL. I won't do as big of a in-depth look, but as you can see here, Utica, we lost in the first round 3-1 to Rochester, who then went on to lose 4-1 against Toronto. And then Toronto going to go lose 4-1, and then Hershey, who beat Toronto, went on to lose in 4 games in the Calder Cup Finals. So there's a bunch of teams that easily beat another team and then went on to lose in a very short series. So yeah, we'll look at awards first, actually. So the Stanley Cup was obviously awarded to San Jose. The President's Trophy went to New York. Clarence S. Campbell went to San Jose, of course, and Tampa Bay won Prince of Wales. Player awards. Phil Kessel won the Art Ross because he was killing it in Pittsburgh. Crosby won the Hart. Makes sense. Carlson won the Norris, finally, once again. Lady Byng went to Kucherov. The Calder went to Marner, which is bullshit. He's not even a rookie. He has over 160 games, or roughly 160 games in the NHL. Like, that's bullshit. And the Conn Smythe went to Martin Jones. I almost said Max Jones. Vezina went to John Gibson. William M. Jennings went to John Gibson. John Merrill won the Bill Masterton. Nice. Vegas already won an award. Frank J. Selke went to Taves. Ted Lindsay went to Crosby. And Ovechkin won the Maurice Richard. Yeah, so we didn't win anything. Actually, I forgot to check. Even in the AHL, did any of our players win anything? There are so many team awards in the AHL. Holy... Wow, it looks like the Toronto Marlies were pretty good. I mean, they won the best regular season record in the Eastern Conference and winner of the AHL's North Division. So they have like division championships, which is pretty cool. It looks like the Chicago Wolves are pretty good too, which is Vegas's affiliate. Burmistrov won the Les Cunningham Award, most valuable player. Nice. He's the MVP. Anyone else? Nope. No one else from our team. Okay. That's okay. Anyways, I just figured that'd be kind of cool to look at for the first few minutes here, just kind of recap of what happened in the playoffs. Yeah, so we'll send to the draft here. He wants me to set ticket prices. Yeah, we'll quickly do this. Usually when the team's losing in the first couple of years, I like to really lowbar it because just, if lower prices, I don't know if this is how the game works exactly. I think it might, because I've had all right results with this. Although the biggest impact of how many season tickets you sell is how well your team does. But it might have an impact is the cheap prices. So if you have really cheap prices, it's almost better to get the 5 extra people to buy than it is to not sell in order to make a couple hundred extra bucks off less people. So I don't know. So Vancouver, we didn't win any lotteries, unfortunately. We took 5th place in the lottery. New Jersey won the first overall pick again. That's lovely. Toronto was 6th. Huh. I thought they did better than that. View retired players. We'll just quickly look at this, just in case. Any predictions? Maybe the Sedins. Iginla, of course. He went to Vegas eventually. That's not too bad. Ribeiro, free agent. So no one really that big retired this year. Oh, Nicholas Hagman. I didn't even know he was still in this game. Alright, yeah, so we'll send to the draft here. And now editing the trade block. Yeah, we'll definitely put Anders Nilsson on there. I think Jakob Markstrom as well. There's no one else that really stands out that we should trade or anything, so I'm not really going to look to trade anyone. We'll just put Markstrom and Nilsson on there. See if we can't get something. I don't know. I'm not too optimistic about getting anything off these guys. It'd be kind of nice to maybe get some extra, if a team wants to give up their second for one of them or something like that. I mean, free agency is always stocked full of goalies, so we can always throw a ton of money onto whatever goalie. I'm not really crazy on getting any goalie prospects because, once again, goaltenders there's an abundance of them in free agency, so I'm not really crazy. Not to mention, if you look at our goalies, if you remember, Demko, DiPietro, those are pretty much the future tandem. If DiPietro gets good enough, maybe we move him for Demko. Demko's going to easily come in as the backup next year, and he'll probably battle with Markstrom or Nilsson eventually, probably halfway through the year. He might get that much better and be able to kind of overthrow them. We're going to view the draft class, though. So we already have Kapari and that Wenland guy and Chun, who I guess is not that popular. Yeah, we're going to move him from it because we have the 5th overall pick now. So we kind of got to look at, if a player's in the top 5, we kind of got to look at the lower players, and maybe a couple top 10 players might be available. Okay, so there's a ton of defensemen out of the top 5. There's 2 defensemen in the top 5s. There's essentially an entire first line, defense and goaltending, in the top 5. It's, you got your left wing, center, right wing, defense, and then 4 defensemen taking up the next 5 spots. So, unless we want to kind of move up and grab Kotkaniemi, which I'm not really in favor of. Maybe Wallstrom, maybe we'll reach and grab him, but he's just a right winger, and we do have Besser, so I'm not really crazy about grabbing him. So we'll probably just grab a defenseman. That's what seems most likely. I don't really have a preference. Maybe a right side defenseman, a right-handed one. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, pin him to watch list. Pin him and pin him. So they're all rights. That's pretty much the only people I'm really insane on going after. Kapari's up here. Yeah, there's just this draft is really defense heavy, so whichever one. I mean, the only players that anyone from the top 5 that's available, I'm going to grab, which there definitely will be. So unless Bachquist is available, then I'll probably just grab another defenseman. Like it, because I know Svechnikov won't be. I know Dahlin won't be. So it's really Zadina might be, Tkachuk might be, and Boquist might be. So, I mean, those are the only real 2 players that I'm 100% confident. I'm kind of hoping it shakes up so that Tkachuk, Zadina, Svechnikov, and Dahlin all go before I have to pick, so then I can get Boquist. But even then, like, I'm not really crazy about grabbing a smaller offensive defenseman, but, you know, like, you want to pick size or skill over size. So it'd be easier to trade an elite level Boquist over someone who's a top 4 defenseman or something like that. So that's just the way I see it. We're gonna go into the draft though, obviously, and just kind of see where someone falls. We're not even gonna bother moving up. Where are our picks? Do we have any more picks in the first round? I don't remember. No, we don't have another first rounder. Okay. I think that was a goal, and I think we failed that. Do we want another first round pick? Like, do we even really have what it would take for a first round pick? Like, I mean, looking at our goalies here, like Nilsson and Markstrom could maybe get a 31st overall pick, and it all just depends on what teams want them, right? Because usually the teams that would be trading their first round picks are playoff teams who have a pretty solid goaltending situation. So maybe we'll try Nilsson, but then it's Edmonton and it'll be 50 out of 50 contracts, so we need to take someone back, which I'm not really in the market for. So maybe we'll go here and see second overall pick. Like it's not worth it there. Okay, maybe Ottawa. No, they won't even have a first. Oh, it's 2019. Goddamn. Who has a 2018 pick and has the roster space to take it? Okay, yes, the 30th overall pick. Anyone else? Washington, which they're 15th, actually. That wouldn't be that bad. So maybe we'll go for the 15th overall pick in this year's draft. I don't really want to give up. Actually, before we do this, I want to look and see if there's any players that I'm like, I need this guy, or I really want this guy, or something. So let's just quickly check over the draft class itself. There isn't really a ton here. Second, third, maybe we'll go for Roberts, Nizhnikov, Kirill Nizhnikov. Yeah, maybe him. Wendland is a guy that I'm kind of into. Who else? Kotkov, yeah. No one's really standing out as like, I need this guy. Even this Johansson guy, who's seen as a fourth or top 4 defenseman in the 5th round, it's hit or miss, really. I think we're gonna go for the 15th pick. I think that just makes the most sense. I mean, they have the cap to take on a Nilsson, as well as the roster space, so we'll do that. And we'll go here, and do we want to trade away the 46th? Not really, unless we have to. We'll just check skaters matching block. Okay, so this is kind of where I think Cole Lind comes into question, because they want Cole Lind, and he's 63 overall. He's low top 6. I mean, if we hit the lottery, I guess, not really even lottery, but I mean, if we just get a little bit lucky, we can potentially get a player who's as good as him. Not to mention, let's just say he even progresses, right? Let's say he progresses to his absolute maximum. We already have Berchi. We already have, who else? We already have Dahlin. Gadjevich, maybe. Right side, we already got Besser. We already got Goldobin. We already got Sherbak. Like, I know it's kind of that stupid argument of, well, you should You know, like, do you really, like, should you trade away skill just kind of because of it? Like, wouldn't it be better to keep around skilled players and keep around good players? Sure, but, like, there is an abundance of it. Like, you can have too much. Um, you know, and there comes that point in 5, 6 years down the line where we'll hit cap problems because all of our players from top to bottom want like $5 million a piece. Like, it's just not reasonable. So, and plus there's morale issues behind it, things like that. So we'll put in Nilsson and Lind, and maybe we'll give up one of these thirds. I think the Nashville one would be all right to give up. All right, so this is all players that they want. This looks pretty even to me. I think we're going to propose it. It's rejected, just a bit low for us. Okay. So we do have, we are below the cap. We are below the minimum salary cap. So we're going to hold back about half his contract and see if that will, see if we're able to do that, which we are. So we'll do that and see if that does anything. Rejected. Okay. So then no, screw it. We're not going to hold back any of his cap because I don't want it. But we want this 15th overall pick. Yeah, we're going to do that. Maybe even take the 72nd overall pick. And it went through. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think that 15th overall pick is, especially in a draft like this, it's more valuable. Like, in a very good draft like this, it's more valuable than Cole Lind will be or Anders Nilsson. I mean, DiPietro will probably be about his level. Same with Demko will obviously surpass it. So I think it's him and Cole Lind, and plus that third round pick who could probably be a low top 6 at best. Like, that's best case scenario. And even then, that's not 1 in a million, but it's not likely to happen. So fourth, okay. So Boquist showed up. Do we have to take Brady Tkachuk? That's the thing, right? Okay. Do we really want Brady Tkachuk? Like, we have Elias Pettersson. I always kind of get into this when you're at this sort of 5th overall pick, like transitional sort of pick. Like, yeah, there are players that are kind of seep out, and it's like, do you take them? Because, I mean, yeah, you shouldn't draft for need, but I mean, we already have Elias Pettersson. Looking at centers, we already have Elias Pettersson and Bo Horvat. Sure, Brady Tkachuk is an upgrade. But once again, looking at the long term, looking at the cap, does it make sense to keep a Brady Tkachuk around? Or does it make sense to have a Brady Tkachuk? And I guess you can make the argument that you should trade him, or you could always trade him. But usually when you trade a star player like that, you're not going to get back their worth. You know, so even if I do trade him, like someone like Ulevy, say one of the defensemen I draft is a Ulevy trade value. Likely it's going to be similar to Tkachuk. So, I mean, even if the players aren't better now, but their trade value's the same or very similar, and eventually the players are going to have similar impacts on their team, doesn't it make sense to take a Ryan Merkley? I think so. I don't know. This is kind of... He can always go on the wing, though. But, I mean, we already do have a Brock Besser elite guy. You know what? I feel like elite wingers and forwards are a lot easier to come by. We already have that sort of franchise-altering centerman. Why not get a franchise-altering defenseman. Let's go with Ryan Merkley. And he's a 72 overall, medium elite. I mean, obviously I screwed with his potential and things like that because he was already elite potential, but he was 67 overall. Like I said, with the Eo Levy and with Elias Pettersson, I like to mold these players and kind of make them more into what they are. So yeah, we're going to sim one more pick. Oliver Wahlstrom, 77 overall, high top 6 potential, 7th overall. And Brady Tkachuk gets taken by the St. Louis Blues. I think Keith Tkachuk played with them for a long time, so that's pretty cool. And I mean, yeah, there's a 3 overall difference, but they're both elite. One of them's a right-handed defenseman. One of them's a left-handed centerman. Power forward, big ol' centerman. Maybe we'll come to regret it one day. All right, sim pick. Evan Bouchard's a high top. I don't remember making him high potential. Okay, well, whatever. He's apparently high top 4 defenseman, 71 overall. Quinn Hughes, 75 overall, high top 4. Ty Smith, high top 4, 75 overall. 11th overall pick, Dominic Book, 75 overall, medium top 6. Jet Wu, 75 overall, medium top 4. Rasmus Kapari, 75 overall, center 2-way forward, or medium top 6. And Bodie Wild, 73 overall, top 4. All right. So let's look at defensemen. Okay, so we have an exact top 4 defenseman here in Keandre Miller. We can go for Noah Dobson. Or we can go for a centerman or a winger. Okay. This is like a pretty big decision here. Do we go for Ryan McLeod, who's probably going to be like a top 6 potential, if I remember correctly? Noah Dobson, I think he's going to be a top 4. Bodine, he's exact top 6, so we're not going to take him. Keandre Miller, medium top 4. That's what he is. Jared McIsaac, medium top 4. Kotkaniemi, who's a medium top 6, or Lundstrom is a medium top 6. You know what? I think we gotta go with the right-handed defenseman once again. Let's go for Noah Dobson. Medium top 4, 69 overall. Noah Dobson. Beautiful. All right. I think we're gonna sim to the user pick. Go to our second rounder. And we have the 3rd overall pick in the second round. So we'll probably get a first, second round guy. Do we go after this Kotkov guy? Yeah. I don't think I ever messed with his overall or anything. So yeah, we're going to grab him. He's 59 over. Oh, Lord, that was bad. That was a miss. Yeah, that was a swing and a miss. Did I screw with Krivosic? Man, we should have grabbed this guy. What the hell? Whatever. Alright. Sim to user pick once again. 15th pick in the second round. Alright. Do we grab Rasmus Sedin? Or do we go with a safe pick after what just happened there? Ooh, high top 6. Right wing sniper. Why not? I think we have to take a winger now. Medium top 9, 55 overall. Beautiful. That's great. Gosh. Alright. So who do we grab? Do we go up to this guy who has the potential to move up? Nah, let's not. He's some Kushnerek. Oh, he's 6'5". He's a huge guy. I think we might go for Parsons just because he's the only unknown that I can see. All right, make pick. Medium top 9. So he's the exact same overall as the player taken the round 4. Beautiful. Okay, this guy's still available. Do we grab him? What about this Victor Berglund? Yeah, Victor Berglund. Ooh, he's a right-handed defenseman. Do you grab another one? I feel like we've had better luck with defensemen. Let's grab him. 7th defense. You gotta be kidding me. But I mean, at least he's almost 60 overall. That's the silver lining. All right. And yeah, we're gonna reach and grab this guy. I was literally about to say, what if he's a low top 9? Better than a medium bottom 6, I think. I mean, 61 overall. Please tell me he's not 20 years old. He's 19 though. Okay. That's lovely. What about this LaFrance guy? Man, I'm sucking at drafting. Yeah. Oh, what about this Shesto? I'm not even gonna. Okay. Mikhail Shestopolov. I think it's something like that. Let's grab him. Why not? High AHL top 6. See, I would have been pretty happy if that was a year ago because they'd have like crazy trade value and you could trade him for a 3rd round pick, but it's not like that anymore. All right. We're just going to go simply by potential. It looks like there's a goalie, which if you're just going by potential, and we have nothing on him, I don't really trust that. Let's grab this Cadlick guy. He's 18, 6'3", okay. Maybe bottom 6 guy. Medium 8, okay. I give up. This draft, other than the first round, was pretty much busts. Hate to say it, but yeah, that's pretty much what it is. Pretty much busts. From the 2nd round on. So I guess it's good that we grabbed that 15th pick because had we kept that 3rd, we probably wouldn't have gotten much better. Let's view contracts. Okay, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. Not gonna lie. Is it 4? Yeah, it's like almost 4 a.m. I'm an intelligent human being. Elias Pettersson, he's probably going to be depth forward. Do we grab him? I mean, he's got another year. Yeah, because even if he doesn't get any better, then we'll just shove him down the AHL. Sven Berchi, actually, will probably be good enough to make the NHL. 4 years at 4.8, and he does want an extension, so we'll try and see if we can't grab like him for 4 years at 4.5. That's one thing I found out is if a player says yes to extension, then there's a solid chance they might take a cut in payment, just a little bit. This Grandland guy, we'll give him 3 years at 2.5, which most RFAs do say yes. Stature, we'll give him 2.25. I like to have like just even numbers by quarterly, so we'll go. Except there are some exceptions like this guy where, because the 1 millions tend to be, you can make little changes maybe, and they might accept it, but probably not. So we'll give him 2 years at 1.3. Goldobin will give you 2 years at 2. See if you'll grab that. For Tannen, 1 year at 1.3. Why not? He's a 3rd line checker. Perfect. He's 80 offensive awareness, which I think he was a 78 before, I want to say. I don't know. Marco Dano, we're going to grab you. 1.2. We'll give you 1.2 for 2 years. Eric Branson. 1.3 for 3 years. Batan will give you my goods. Oh, 3 years at 0.925. Why not? Pouliot will give you 1.75 for 2. Perfect. De La Rose, you'll probably take. Oh, no, you won't. Okay, 950. Sherback, you'll take a 2-way deal. Okay, give you that. Is this the guy? Nope. Okay, you have 79 faceoffs. We'll keep you around. But the other, it's like 74 overall, like overaged player, I want to say is the right word, but it's not. But I think he's like 27 or something. I forget his name now. He might be a UFA. Yeah, Megna. Yeah, he's 60 face-offs. We're not keeping him around. We'll go by potential here. No one of real importance in terms of potential. We'll keep Mistrov, the lovely MVP award winner. Trevor Smith. Yeah, we'll keep you around. You want a cheap deal. We're not keeping that Candela guy. Scuderi, we'll see if you'll take a pay cut. Yeah, you will. Or 2-way deal, I guess. You'll take a 2-way deal as well. Will you? No, you won't. So we're just gonna cut you. And Sulzer will we'll give you a 1-year deal. Why not? Because I don't think we're gonna sign any of the defensemen. Dobson and Merkley. No, I don't think so. Yeah, there isn't really anyone else to sign, really. Yeah, we're not really interested in signing like a 60 overall defenseman just to have him around. Bachman. Well, I guess we should, just to kind of keep you around in the AHL, just so that like we at least have an AHL goalie. We'll look to sign someone, but if no one does sign, then we'll have to, or no prospect guy signs, like a overpassed player. Like usually it's Nilo Hollonen and Isaac Wallin. Then we'll look at signing, or we'll look at signing those sort of guys. But if they don't take it, then we'll look for someone else. Okay, Biega rejected the offer, but it looks like just about everyone else accepted theirs. Scuderi and Sulzer said no, it looks like. I don't know why, but let's find out. So, UFAs here, Biega said no, but we'll offer you 9.925. Like, does that make that big of a deal to you? Is he going to drop? That's my only issue. Is like, is he going to go from 74 and just drop down to like 71 by the start of the year, some BS like that? Because usually, especially when these players get to that age, they tend to drop off pretty quickly. Yeah, we'll release them. Why not? Screw it. And we'll just grab someone at the start of the year in free agency. Okay, yeah, so Elias Pettersson did sign. Did Bachman sign? Yeah, he did. All right. So I think we're pretty much set as long as Biega signs. We're set for the regular season, or not the regular season, free agency, which will be next video, of course. Advance one day. Biega accepted. So we'll sim to free agency. All right. Yeah, we have no RFAs. No one really like that. Let's go to free agents here. Let's see who's available. We have $22 million in cap space. It looks like Mark Stone is... Oh, he's an RFA. Okay. Jeez. What would it take to sign a guy like this? Offer contract. First, second, and third. Holy. No thanks. Like in the... I'm going to get into commentary. I think so. I think I mentioned it in the first couple episodes. I really badly want to get into commentary. Like NHL news, NHL things, and things like that. This is why no one does offer sheets, is because it's way too much money, or way too much. Like a first, second, and a third round pick. Yeah, that makes sense. But I mean, like at some certain parts, it gets a little too insane, right? Like, I think it's, I don't know. Like, look at basketball, right? Basketball's huge. Basketball's giant, and there's so much player movement. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know. There's a bunch of different also issues. You know, maybe I'll look into it a lot more and form a more solid argument. But I feel like, you know, obviously I'm going to be kind of biased to some extent. But like, obviously I don't want when Matthews' contract negotiations come up, I don't want other players or other people to be able to offer sheet him, and him leave. But like, I feel like there shouldn't be an incentive to not put forward an offer sheet. Like, it's a competition, right? Like I get there's that old boys club, and like you have Brian Burke who freaks out if you offer sheet your players, and it's a sign of disrespect type thing. But come on, it's a competition. It's a game. Like, you are trying to beat your opponents. So why wouldn't you want that upper hand? Like, I don't know why it's just such a hot and contested issue. Well, I shouldn't say I don't know. I do get it. You know, you don't want to like sour relationships and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, remember to click like, and comment if you'd like, and subscribe. And as always, guys, have an awesome day.